Hey everybody, welcome to ChorderClub. On today's video, we're going to be unboxing a brand new CharaChorder Lite. First, I will unbox a brand new CharaChorder Lite and show you what comes with it. Then I'm going to get it set up on a desk and we're going to talk a little bit about ergonomics and hand placement. And then finally, we're going to plug the device in and we're going to get you to type your name. So you got yourself a CharaChorder Lite? Let's take a look inside. Inside of the cardboard shipping box, you will find the CharaChorder Lite graphics box wrapped in bubble wrap. And inside of this box, you will find your brand new CharaChorder Lite, along with the reference card. You can pause here and take a better look, but we're going to come back to this later in the video. And here is the CharaChorder Lite. The device comes with and is powered with a braided USB-A to USB-C cable. Be careful to align it right when you plug it in and make sure it is plugged all the way in. You can also use a USB-C to USB-C cable, for example, to use it with a smartphone. That's what I'm going to do here to show you what it looks like whenever it starts up. And once all the lights are fully lit, you know it's ready to go. The CharaChorder Lite is a hot swappable mechanical keyboard. What this means is that you can take out the switches and change them out with new ones even while it's on. It's pretty cool. On the bottom of the switches, there are two metal pins that fit into the CharaChorder Lite. If you swap out your switches, make sure those pins are straight and they line up in the holes. If for some reason one doesn't work after swapping, make sure the pins are straight and not bent. You can easily bend them back with your fingers if you need to. The CharaChorder Lite comes with Gatoron clear linear mechanical switches, which have a low actuation force of 35 grams, which makes chording really easy. But you can use whichever switches you'd like. Now that we know what comes in the box with the CharaChorder Lite, we're going to take a little bit of time and talk about hand placement and how we can use our devices safely and ergonomically. Now when it comes to your wrists, you want to make sure that you aren't bending them. You don't want it like this or like this, but rather you want a really neutral position like this. You also want to be mindful of the angle from the top. So you don't want to be bending it in this direction. You don't want it like this or like that, but rather you really want it to be nice and straight like this. Now that we know all about our CharaChorder Lite, why don't we head back into the office and we'll actually plug it in. Alright, so we're back here in the office and we have our CharaChorder Lite. I am ready to plug it in, but what I want to do is I want to show you what happens the first time you plug it in on your computer or your device. So what I want to do is I'm going to open up Notepad. You could open up Word, Google Chrome, Terminal, whatever you have that has a text area that the keyboard can type into. So like I said, I have Notepad here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I'm going to show you exactly what happens. So first it's going to say loading chord maps, and then it's going to say CCOS is ready. And at this point, you're ready to go and start typing. Now, I do want to make one note for Mac OS users. When you plug your device in, the first time, your Mac is going to try to get you to identify your keyboard by pressing either the Shift key to the left of the spacebar or perhaps the key to the right of the Shift. Whatever it is, you can ignore this because the CharaChorder is plug and play, so you can just click out of this window and it's going to work just fine. In this video, we showed you what to expect in the box for your CharaChorder Lite, including the reference card, USB cable, and the device itself. We covered how to place your hands on the device, paying attention to the wrists for a comfortable typing experience. And finally, we showed you what to expect when plugging it into your computer or device, which leads me to the homework. For this video's homework, I want you to try to use your device and type your name. I know it sounds really easy, but take a look at this reference card and try to use it to type your name. I think you'll be able to do it. In fact, if you'd like, why don't you go ahead and type your name, just your first name, into a comment below. See you next time.